Good afternoon, everybody. Oh, it ain't starting yet. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Stephen Rowlands. Just thought I'd come along, do another chat and Q&A session. Um, as I just really enjoyed doing these chat and Q&A sessions. Um, Looking forward to doing a Zoom demonstration with Kevin Trefry tonight. That should be good. I haven't worked with him for a long time, so I'm looking forward to demonstrating with him. Hello, Linda. How are you? Also, I left my job this week. It was just becoming too stressful. The nature of the work is stressful anyway, but with working full time and serving spiritually, it just all became too much. So I've decided to go back to working part time again. Um, but I'm taking a week off this week just to review my options. I may even go back to my old employer as a relief, but I'm just thinking about would I just be out of the frying pan into the fire with that one. Yeah, it is hot, Linda. Um, yeah, me and the wife are just trying to keep cool as we speak. But anyway, as I've been going around the churches, my spirit guides have been asking me to tell people that they're living their eternal lives now, and people should realise that they are spirit living in and around a physical body, um, in a material world. If any of you would like to share your thoughts with it, please let me know and we can discuss it. Or if anybody would like to ask any questions, please do. Okay, all right. At the moment, I'm at a loss for things to say, but unless somebody else starts talking to me, I don't know what we're going to do. But yeah, what can I say? I'm getting busier and busier spiritually, which is a good thing. And I look forward to serving spirit at various churches and centres. Hiya, Liz, you alright? Happy birthday for yesterday. Was it yesterday? I can't remember. Um, oh, Sarah Jane, how are you? Lovely to see you. We're just doing chat and Q&A this morning. Um, I like to do a chat and Q&A. It just gives me a chance to speak with people that are in this group. I'm feeling a lot better, Sarah Jane. As I was describing earlier, that I have been getting very stressed and very anxious over my day job, but my spirit guides have advised me to go back to working part time so that I get some rest time and time with the wife, and I can go with my spiritual commitments. Happy birthday for Friday. Yeah, I will be able to work weekdays now, Linda, but I have to fit work breaks in because I need to earn the money as well. You know, because me and the wife, we've got quite a good lifestyle, so that has to be maintained with money. So I have to do that. Having said that, I've been doing more private sittings recently, so that's good. Um, that brings a little bit of money in, and I do enjoy doing private readings. Um, Hello, Lynn. How are you? Lovely to see you last Sunday, and you, Linda. So yeah, so I'm just making time in my life where I can get rest and I can spend some time with my lady wife and serve spirit. Because I didn't realise until I was 50 years old that even though I've been serving since I was 23, I didn't realise till I was 50 being a healer and a medium is what I should truly be doing. Yeah, okay, yeah, send me some dates, Linda. But I'm not gonna get myself too booked up because I need to work as well. Me and the wife need Me and the wife need to save up for our holidays, and we're having a garden done as well. That's going to cost a fortune, I think. And so yeah, it's all looking rock and roll at the moment. I'm thinking of doing another transfer just for this group, Liz. But at the moment, I just need to heal a little bit, if you know what I mean. I've got a new blue light, Liz. Okay. We will be unveiling the new blue light next trance. I've got another trance coming up for another group. I can't remember which group it is. I think it's Signals from Heaven or Signs for the Afterlife. I know I'm doing a trance for both those groups, but I can't remember the dates. But yeah, as you all know, I mean, trance is experimental, and so we try different things. More trance mediums are moving towards working in blue light, and from what I've seen, um, working in blue light is, the transfiguration is a lot clearer. Okay, it's something me and my guides haven't done before, working in blue light. So my spirit team is going to have to adjust working in blue light because it's a different energy, isn't it? It's a different energy to red light. Okay, um, but moving forward, I would like to say that I'm really looking forward to serving the churches and centres in the future. Some new churches, I've been booked by some new churches as well, so that's um, well, Linda. Barry Potter is absolutely fantastic. Hello, Deborah. From what I've heard, I've never had the pleasure of meeting him, but from what I've heard, he's fantastic. So I'm sure you'll all have a fantastic evening with him. But yes, if you would like to book me for a trance, you're more than welcome. Lovely Deborah Black is with us. I'm also thinking of doing more live mediumships for this group as well. Oh, hello, Jackie. How are you? Yeah, just shoot me some dates for a trance. Perhaps we should do it in later, in later in the year when it's a bit darker. All right. Loved ones don't come through me very often, but when they do, it's quite amazing. But um, people have seen transfiguration of their loved ones. So, and as my spirit guide Red Cloud says, seeing is believing, you know. Right, I need a quick slurp of coffee, as you do. Oh, I seem to function on coffee these days. If anybody's got any questions, please ask away. As I said, my guides have been asking me to talk about in addresses in different churches that you're living your life, your eternal life now. It doesn't just happen when you leave this physical. It doesn't. You don't start living eternal life when you die. You're living now because you are truly an eternal spirit living through a physical and a material. If anybody has any thoughts on that, please let me know. I'll be interested to see what you all think, because I go around giving that address and people are sitting there quietly listening. They're not telling me what they think, even though they see the address seems to have been received well. Are you a Welsh lady, Sarah Jane? If you are, sooner or later I'm going to be serving Rumley Spiritualist Church during the trance. Um, So you can pop down Rumney in Cardiff. I don't know whereabouts you're from, but I will be doing more trance work for this group, and there's a couple of other groups on Facebook where I'm doing live trances. So you can tune into them, Sarah Jane. Actually, I don't know what Linda thinks of this, or Deborah, but trance does actually improve my mediumship. I think that, my mental mediumship when I'm demonstrating on platform. You're from the northeast, Sarah Jane. What I suggest is you tune into the lives that I do online. Okay, but if ever I'm invited up to the northeast to do a trance, I'll let you know. The lovely Nikki Ferguson is with us. I haven't seen or heard from you for a while. Good luck with your upcoming demonstration, or have you already done it? Okay, I did see an advert that you had. You were doing a demonstration, but I forget when it was. Sorry, I'm 62 years old now and I get forgetful. Okay, but yeah, no, I'm well. I'm just taking a rest at the moment. Okay. I've never done trance. What I can say, Linda, is that because you seem to get a better, stronger link after a trance. Hope it went well for you, Nikki. Yeah. Well, like I say, I'm 62 years old. I forget my own name sometimes, but there you go. Yeah, I think because with trance, spirit step deep into your aura, to facilitate the trance. I think it gives me a stronger link with spirit. That's just sort of like a little thing that I taught myself, and what I've discussed with other mediums. Okay, all right. But anyway, young Nikki, I wish you well in your future platform service. Okay, all right. But anyway, are there any thoughts on living your eternal life now, and how do you bring that into your spiritual practice? Okay, I will be doing more lives, mediumship, so I'm going to invite other mediums on to work with me. It sure is a beautiful thing, and hopefully we're going to raise some beforehand, because Jackie, beforehand yes, and afterwards yes, but whilst I'm in trance, no, because I'm in another place. But yeah, my spirit team don't do work with heat. That's how the power and energy manifests with me, with heat. As you're aware, some others will feel it in cold, but once in a while sometimes it works in cold energy, because I think them butterflies are signalling the release of the spirit. I wish I could have attended actually, but I was busy with work. He was a lovely, lovely man. I met him once, funnily enough. I was doing a trance at Winchester and he popped in. He actually bought my book as well. But I thoroughly enjoyed speaking to him, and he's what I would call a proper old spiritualist, and it was a lovely meeting. So I wish I could have gone. You can do a live with me, Linda. We'll raise some money for the MS Society. I'll have to shoot you some dates now, won't I, Linda? Yeah, I'll let you know when we do that. But I've got a thing coming up with Patrick Monaghan on the 20th. That's spiritual healing. That's on Zoom. Anybody can come along. But all we ask, because me and Patrick don't believe in charging for healing, all we ask is for a donation to the MS Society. You don't have to, it's a free will donation, but if you would like to, that would be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, Roger, beautiful, beautiful man and a beautiful spiritualist. I'll tell you what, Nikki, why don't you do a live with me as well? Hang on, I'm going to write Linda and Nikki's name down so I don't forget that. Right. Because, as I've said many times, I've been doing this a long time. So it's nice to encourage young mediums. People don't want to spend the money, Linda. I found that out. I done a fundraiser for Totton Spiritualist Church. They've got a food bank, and I was raising money for them, and we just scraped £100. Yeah, and I had some very well-known mediums working with me as well, some very popular mediums. So I thought that would raise quite a bit of money, but it didn't. Things are tight these days, aren't they? The cost of living's going right up. We're all suffering. I'll just make it by donation, Linda. Okay. But as you have to understand, these charity dues are very time consuming because you have to keep promoting and all the rest of it. But Nikki Ferguson, what I want to say to you, young lady, is I've been doing this a long time, and I think it's good for me to encourage up and coming you start mediums, if you know what I mean. I hope you don't mind me describing you as that. But I had that help many moons ago when I first started out. A lot of encouragement, a lot of recommendations from serving mediums. So I'd just like to do the same for sort of like mediums like yourself that are just starting out. Okay? But what I've found is if we make it like a £5 donation, I just put it as a donation, and people can yeah, could do, Linda. I'll be in touch with you, Nikki. We'll sort a date out, and but it will be straight mediumship. There won't be any cards or any sort of stuff like that. It will be straight mediumship. Okay. Yeah, we could do it, but that's a good idea. We could do it as a charity page and just, whenever, just raise money for different charities. But at the moment, I would like to raise money for the MS Society because they're very poorly funded. They run a counselling service for people that have got MS, because obviously MS has a massive impact on people's lives. They lose their jobs, everything, and it affects the family around them. Oh, Simon, I'm well, thanks, mate. Do you want to do a live with me as well, Simon? Okay, I'm getting mediums together to do lives with me so that we can raise money for charity. There you go. Yeah, I've got a crystal ball in here that I want to get rid of. Alright, well you raffle your one first. Sheena, whatever charity dues I do with other mediums, please, share them. So I will be doing the posters and everything like that. Me and Linda are going to knock up a page at some point. And just share it. And please come along and put a couple of quid in, Sheena. Okay? Right, okay, I'll put your name down, Simon. I will be in touch, dates. Alright. Now I've got a bit more time, I can do a bit more of this. Okay. This is another reason why I like doing these things, because you just get chatting and some good things come from it, you know. It's like with the last fundraiser we did for MS. Yeah, I will do, Simon. Um, the actual demonstration for MS come from just speaking to Laura McKnight on one of these lives. Okay, we even did an interview with her. I'm thinking of doing more interviews as well, because I enjoyed interviewing Laura McKnight. So you might, other mediums and other workers for spirit, you may get an invite from me to for me to interview you, like how you started off in spiritualism, stuff like that. Okay, and your service to spirit. Okay, because I think it's good for people to get to know, to get some knowledge of how the journey of mediumship happens. You know, in my experience, especially as everything's gone online, there's a hell of a lot of people that don't. Um, Afternoon, Nina Love. Lovely to see you. Um, since everything's gone online, I just think there's so much people without knowledge of spirit or how it all works with mediumship. Those of us that channel, in whichever way we channel. Christina, I mean, I did a live to promote my poetry book on YouTube. I had one person there. Luckily enough, I knew that person and I sold one book to her. But yeah, I am thinking very strongly of doing YouTube lives. We can do it with other mediums. Um, I'm also, when I do a trance for this group, what I do is I post that online, and I've been posting these chats online on YouTube as well. Good morning, Pat Twig. Absolute pleasure to see you here. Okay, Pat Twig is a lovely medium from the Southampton area that I have the pleasure to speak to sometimes. We bump into each other, don't we, at Shirley Church. The last time was Winchester, wasn't it, when we were doing private readings. But I think people need to know more about how it all works, because I just find all this anything for me culture very sad. That's just my opinion. Alright, I think to be informed is a great thing. To have knowledge is a great thing. And I think we mediums, healers, whatever we do, should be sharing that knowledge. I'm doing an interview 1st of October actually, with the lovely Stacey Spark. So if you all want to tune into that, that'll be good. Right, has anybody got any questions? And believe it or not, Christina, people do actually watch me videos on YouTube. For anybody that's interested in reading about my journey, I've written a book called Messenger. That it's sort of like a brief. Thank you, Pat. It's lovely that you watch. I've written a book called Messenger, which details my starting out in spiritualism and some of my ups and downs in life with my poetry. I've also written another book, Reflections, which is all my poetry. So if you like poetry, please have a look on Amazon. They're both available on Amazon UK. There you go, there's a little plug. Sadly, Christina, there's a lot of ego today. All right, and even the people in front of you sit in judgment at times. You know, it's I always say that to be a medium, even when I was on starting out, yeah, I always say to people, you have to have skin like a rhino to be a medium, because there's always somebody that wants to shoot you down in flames. But the advice I would give to anybody as a medium is just focus on what you're doing and never bother about what anybody else is doing. Just focus on your link with spirit and your service with spirit, and you will be fine. And thank you for watching, Christina. Yeah, and sadly there's a lot of ego, and now today spiritualism has turned into an industry. So there's lots of money to be made. I was actually Nikki, what I need to say to you, and please don't be offended, put your big girl knickers on and just focus on you and your guides and what service they want you to do, and develop what you need to develop with them, and just ignore everybody else. If you are working with a sincere and open heart, you can't go wrong. Alright? As I said, I've had my struggles. People have tried to put me down. People have tried to shoot me down in flames. And it was a long, hard lesson just to focus on what I'm doing, rather than to fight the good fight, if you know what I mean. I've been there, done it. That's it. That's it, Nikki. You just focus on, you know, your link with your spirit team, and whatever way you and your spirit team are in service, and you will be fine, young lady. All right? And I'll say that to anybody. Simon, that is brilliant. You can only do it your way, because hello, the lovely Janie Kins are joining us. Jane's just lovely. As well as that, she helped me out about 11, 12 years ago, when I was sort of like on my uppers spiritually, and I'll always be thankful for that help. And from that help, it's led me to where I am today, sitting here talking to you lot. But yeah, you can only do it your way, or your way with spirit, because that's what you've developed with spirit, Simon. Would you agree? And spirit have chosen to serve through you, work through you, because they like something about you. If you try and change that way, I think that's all we can do, trust and believe. Because when we read books, we're getting other people's experience, not our own. Okay, but please buy my book. That was a joke. That was a joke. What was I going to say? Yeah. A lot of people say I'm unique in the way I work, and that's just because I just do it as I've always done it. When I went out on the platform, you know, it was back in the days where we didn't have a script like some. Okay, we didn't work to a formula like some. We just went out and did it, and that's what I always do. How much? What? How much is what, Linda? But yeah, just do it the way you and your spirit guides have developed, and just be you, because there's something in your vibration, your personality, whatever, that spirit love, and I want you expressing that. I didn't know I had a sense of humour till I went out on a platform. There you go. 100%, Pat. Messenger is £5. Alright, that's the paperback. Reflections is my book of poetry. That's got all my poems in. That's £7. And the hardback of Reflections is £15. But I don't think anybody will buy that. Alright, I bought it because I like it. But That's right, and as Jane, the lovely Jane used to say to me back in the day, live and speak your truth through an open heart. And that's what you've got to do if you're serving spirit in whichever way you serve, is live and speak your truth through a sincere and open heart. And that's when spirit can truly connect with you and bring their love, their guidance and their evidential messages. Okay? But just be you. Yeah, I mean, I was lucky, Simon, that when I started out, guides were very much put to the fore. You know, guides used to give messages through mediums on the platform as well. Now spiritualism's gone into the big strive for evidence. Okay, guides have been pushed to one side. All right, but I will give messages from angels and guides because they want to guide you. All right. Um, and I meet lots of people who don't know who their guides are because I think in some ways that, you know, as guides and angels have been pushed out of it, you know, they're not looking for that connection with them. Okay, but Simon, mate, your guides will come to the fore. The more you work, your guides will come to the fore. I've actually met some long-standing mediums that don't know their guides are, but they know where they are. But they know they're there. As somebody just now, spirit will connect with each of us in different ways, in the way that they found best, in the way that we found best. So there's no set formula. All right. When I see mediums working to a formula, I do get a bit. I won't say, but yeah. Okay. Yeah, and Pat, I always ask before I work that the love of spirit touch all hearts, whoever's there in front of me or on Zoom or whatever. Okay. Come on now, Jackie, you've sat in my development circle. Spirit communicate through the subconscious. Alright, and in that way we can call it the knowing that a lot of mediums talk about. Even I talk about the knowing. But yeah, yeah, when we read books, we're only sort of like getting somebody else's experience. We've got to connect with spirit in the way that they find easiest to connect with us and develop that connection. Remember that evolution of that connection is ongoing. All right, you know, I've been saying to people recently, what you're doing now, maybe not necessarily what you're doing in 10 years' time. Okay, it will evolve, it will change. I'm working totally different to what I did 20, 30 years ago. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but just be honest and open-hearted and you won't go far wrong. I will do. You will be getting a message from me, Nikki, saying, would you like to work with me on this such and such a night? Okay? Yeah, and you have a lovely Sunday too, Nikki. I'm going to have another slurp of coffee. Alright? Spirit will use our own thoughts to communicate. Spirit will use anything they can to communicate, young Jackie. We're, yeah, we will be raising money for charity when we do it, for the MS Society. So please, when I've sent you the poster, please post far and wide. Okay. Also, there's a lovely medium called Victoria Cowell. I'm going to invite because I love working with her because she just had bits of laughter. All right, but she's a blooming good medium as well. She's a very good medium. And yeah, so I will be inviting her to work with me again. I've just written her name. Any questions, peeps? Now that I've jacked my job into work part time, it leads to new beginnings. Hi Sue. Um, what I would like to say to you, young lady, is we're always on our spiritual path. One of my old sayings is that I've fallen off the path so many times, Spirit gave me my own parachute. But even when I was sort of like falling off the path, I was still experiencing, I was still learning. Okay? So, whichever way our life turns, we're on our spiritual path. However negative we may see our lives as being, we are still on our spiritual path. And if we can be aware of that, that however good and life bad is, that we're still walking a spiritual path, then it helps us just to become that little bit more mindful, I think. And, you know, whatever spiritual practice we've got going on, it helps us to just implement that spiritual practice that little bit more. I don't know what you think of that, but what I would say to you is, Sue, you're still on your spiritual path. Even when Jane first knew me, I mean, I was a medium that was going all over the country doing about 105 services a year, plus workshops, plus talks, everything like that. This is in the days before Facebook and email and everything like that. And when I met Jane, I was doing 6 services a year. Lovely to see you here, Pat. You have a blessed Sunday. Yes, there was certification for healers. There was the NFSH. I think that was the main one that was around. I think the SNU certification became a bit later on, but that's been going for a few years. Now spiritualism has become an industry. You can get a certificate for almost anything. But I'm one of these old grunts that I don't need a certificate to serve spirit. Hello Sue, lovely to see you. Sue's a fine healer as well. I'm just thinking about what I'm going to say. Alright, I wanted to read that comment from the lovely Jackie. Let's have a look. Jackie, I agree with that 100%. And if we open our hearts to it, you know, amazing things can happen. But remember, folks, we're all living our eternal lives now. And we're never off our spiritual path. Everything is spiritual. From the highest and greatest to the lowest and the most negative. It is all part of that path. And we are living our eternal lives now. If we think of ourselves as an evolving spirit in a physical body in a material world, and that we are learning and growing through that physical and material experience, it can so much enhance our lives, and it can help us to face our difficulties. Know what I mean? Everybody shut up now. Okay. You see, what I find as a medium is people are always listening to me. It's good to have people talking back to you. Right. What I found myself now, do you know what, Simon? That is exactly how I feel. I've never fitted in the mould, and I've been demonstrating 39 years. So you and your spirit team keep rocking. All right. If they book you, great. If they don't book you, it's their loss. All right. Lovely Lorraine Whitfield's lovely Lorraine Whitfield from Shirley Church has come to join us. Looking forward to serving Shirley. I know that's coming up. All right. Be good to meet you and the rest of the gang. Yeah, this is why I do these videos, Christina, because within all this chat, there is teaching. You know, and because Spirit wants to teach and inspire. So yes, I do work a lot from my own knowledge, but you know, Spirit do connect with me to, you know, give their view on any questions that are asked. You know, because I think, you know, like everybody's churning out messages all the time. We need these little chats. We need this little bit of spirituality. We need this little bit of spiritual knowledge to help people to progress. In fact, Simon, I would say that Spirit do like people like us that don't fit into the mould. And they choose us because we don't fit into the mould. Thank you. I'm very humbled by that comment, Sue. Blessings to you. But I hope to pass on this knowledge to people who are just starting out and hopefully can help them on their journey. Because it is a journey. I'm hoping Sue Davidson's going to say something in a minute because I commented on her comment and I just would like to know what she thought of it. Okay. Folks, this video is going to go on YouTube, so that's why I call my book messenger, Linda. We're all messengers. Okay. And sometimes what I've found is Spirit will choose who they will give their messages through. I knew a lady at Swindon, or I know a lady at Swindon, that waited 19 years for a message from her daughter in Spirit. And I've given this lady 3 or 4 messages in the past, but this one night her daughter come through. And that just reinforced to me the fact that, you know, it doesn't matter how good or wonderful you think you are, or your spirit team is that them people communicating through you have chosen to speak through you. Oh, don't worry, things will be mixed up. Like I said, Simon, things will be mixed up. Like I said, I didn't realise I had a sense of humour till I first went out on the platform. Because believe it or not, I was very shy and retiring. I know nobody will believe that now, but yeah, just opened my mouth, went for it, and I'm talking, and then all of a sudden people were laughing. Yeah, we need to bring their teachings forward, Linda. Thank you, Lorraine. Lorraine's actually read one of my I don't know whether it was a trancey thing that I put in my book or a poem, but she's actually read that to a development circle. And I'm very honoured by that knowledge from Spirit is being passed along. So that's brilliant. Your friends are your friends, Christina. You know, whether they're mediums or not. You know, the beauty of friendship is you can choose who your friends are. You know what I mean? I've got 1 or 2 mediums that thank you, Lorraine. I've got 1 or 2 mediums that I meet socially as well. But the rest of them, you know, I work with. Yeah, but I do like them as people. It's not just the fact that I'm working with them. I do like them as people. I do choose who I work with as well. So if I invite anybody to work with me, it means that I just think you're nice as well. You have a good blessed Sunday, Simon, and I will be in touch. Doing a Facebook Live. All right. But yeah, choose your friends. It doesn't matter whether they're mediums or not. I always say to people, that life evolves. Not only your work with spirit, life evolves, and what you're doing today, the things that you're doing with spirit today, you can see the result of in 10, 15 years' time. You know. Just reading Jackie's comment. I'll agree with what Spirit said to you. Okay, Jackie. Yeah, sometimes we have to be in a scary place with Spirit. I know I've been in there a few times. But you've just got to go for it, Jackie. And you've got to embrace it, and you've got to be open to that teaching of what they're trying to give you. It makes you stronger, but it's also enhances your link and everything like that. And I'm really pleased that you're taking that journey. I'm really pleased that you didn't finish spiritual development and think, well, that's it. You are continuing to develop, and I'm over the moon for you, young Jackie. Simon's going to send Linda some dates. Alright. You can send me some dates, Linda. But I'm not going to try and do too many mid-weeks, because I have to have work breaks so that me and the wife can save up for our holidays. If you really think about it, I mean, if you sit in the comfort of your own home, the spiritual path is absolutely amazing. So many amazing things that have happened to me. I can remember Janie saying to me 12 years ago, because I'd say, wow, this and that's happened. And, she'd say, there's more. And trust me, there's been a lot more. And it's been absolutely amazing. And I couldn't have imagined 12 years ago where I am now. With a beautiful wife, a beautiful home in a beautiful part of the country. Serving spirit all over the shop. So, when you're in a hole, don't think that you're going to remain in there. You know what I mean? You're welcome. You're welcome, Jackie. Starting somebody on their spiritual journey and on their spiritual awareness is a sacred thing. So I'm blessed to have been a part of that. So thank you. Part of my role, well, all of my role as a medium healer, whichever way, trance medium, trance healer, whatever label I put on myself, part of it is to bring light to darkened minds, to show the way, to teach, to bring upliftment. I love it when somebody says to me, I never thought of it that way. But Christina, it doesn't matter whether your friends are mediums or not. You choose them because you like them and you like their company. They all have their part to play in your life. Remember, we all come from a soul group, don't we? So those friends that hang around and be with you and that are close, genuine friends, they're from our soul group. I had a lady friend for 19, 20 years, and we were just friends. It was platonic. We even went on holiday together a couple of times, and all that. But and then she broke away, you know, from me when I met the love my wife, and you know, that was her part in my journey. So whoever comes and goes in your life, you know, be thankful for the part they played, especially if it's a positive part. You know, and those who have played a negative part in your life, thank them for the lessons. Be thankful. This is what true spiritual is all about. It's not all lovey-dovey all the time. Sometimes that journey of forgiveness and being thankful to those that have hurt us for the lessons that's taught us, you know, through that journey of forgiveness, they have come to teach us that. You know. You know, so, you know, please know with the spiritual journey, you're not going to be in a flowery garden on a bright sunny day all the time. You know, because if I had a pound for every time I said spiritual development is not for wimps, I'd be a very, very rich man. But every situation in our life teaches us something. It's like this stress and this anxiety I've been feeling. I know there are lessons in it. I think the main lesson's been it's that to say no and that I can't do this anymore and put myself first once. Because anybody who does this, we spend a lot of time demonstrating and trying to bring upliftment to people, so that affects your own life. If you're working full time as well, you know, like my wife said to me the other night, we're a bit like ships in the night. I'm either at work or I'm online or I'm travelling to and from a church. So you know, you have to put your life first. You have to have that balance. But getting back to Sue's comment, yes, we're always on a spiritual pathway. We never truly fall off. When I fell off, it was, you know, I wasn't exactly doing the pathway of service. I was exploring other areas of life, shall we say. And like I said to the one person I gave a reading to yesterday, life is a journey of self-discovery. So please open your hearts and you know, embrace that journey of self-discovery. I would say, Christina, work in those centres, work in those churches. I know, I've been doing this a long time. You know, these churches and centres have their squabbles and their fallings out and changes of committee and everything like that. But you're not there to be bothered about all that. And some of them, you might have travelled 200 miles and they'll treat you like the cat's dragged in. I've experienced all of it, Christina. But you are there to teach the word of Spirit. You are there to give the teachings of Spirit. You are there to bring the uplifting messages from Spirit. So that above all else is more important. It doesn't matter what you think of the church or the centre or the people in it. That is what you're there to do. That's what I was taught to do many, many years ago. Alright? And that's what I continue to do. It doesn't matter on my feelings on the place or the people in it. I am there to be the channel for Spirit. And everybody who serves this, you know, we can't get miffed because we've been treated badly or, you know, they've been having fallings out and we don't like the new committee or whatever. It is our job to serve. Okay? But obviously, if you've been too upset, stay away for your own inner well-being. Okay, there's one church that denies me working there, Reading National Spiritualist Centre. She's actually denied, the lady there, the president there's denied me working there, even though the place was packed out for a transfiguration night. And I did a demonstration of mediumship there. Lots of positive feedback. She was present on both occasions, but she's denied that I've ever worked there. And she wanted, when somebody suggested I'll do another demonstration, she said she'd try me on a fledglings night. So yes, I was very insulted, but if I'm ever asked to serve that centre, I will do, because I have to put all that to one side. You know, what's most important is, you know, the teachings and the upliftment the Spirit can give, and the evidence. Okay, healers shouldn't be charging. This all come in with Reiki. I'm not Reiki's greatest fan. All right, and I've made that perfectly plain and obvious before. All right. Hello, Lorraine. I'm well. I'm just about to wrap up because me and the wife are going to have our sandwich in a bit. All right, but I don't believe you should charge for healing. The only thing I charge for is my time for private readings and my expenses for churches. That's all I charge for. Alright? But I can't, me personally, and many other healers, spiritual healers, not Reiki healers, spiritual healers, can't take money off sick people or people that are suffering. Because we don't only just deal with people who are having a bad head one day. There's all sorts of different terminal disease, you know, illnesses that we're dealing with and stuff like that. You know, people that are in palliative care, you know, all the serious stuff. And I can't take money from people like that. You know, so I will always not charge. But what I do when I'm raising money for people, raising money for charity, spirits, my guide said to me, why don't you do like trance healing for charity? And I said I can't charge, and do you know what they said to me? Reiki healers do. I mean, you won't be getting anything from it. The money will go straight to the charity. So that's the only time I charge for healing. Is raising money for charity, and I don't see a cent of it. Okay. The lovely Patrick Monaghan, who I work with for healing, this will be our second run out on the 20th of August. He doesn't charge either. So it's great to work with him. I'm just reading 100% agree with you, Jackie, but we can sow the seed. That's all we can do. I could go into a big long dialogue because I've been finding that about the job I've just left. Alright, but I feel I should be doing something like that because it is, you know, helping people and seeking, you know, and giving upliftment in whichever way, which is the spiritual pathway, isn't it? Hello Tina, long time no see. Right, anyway, I must go because me and the wife want our sandwich and she'll be squinnying me because she'll be getting hungry. Right, I'm hungry for that matter. Anyway, lovely to speak to you all. We've all had a blooming good chat today. Alright, I will post this on YouTube, so please tune in. Alright. Okay. And that's it. So God bless you all. Have a beautiful Sunday. Stay cool. And for those of you who want to turn up for me and Kevin tonight, please do. Anyway, take care. God bless you all.